In this section of our course, we're going to be working with control structures. Control structures include things like conditionals and loops, and they're as stable in any programming language. PHP has two conditionals, an if and a switch statement, both of which we'll be covering in this section of the class. Conditionals allow you to establish a test and then perform actions based on the results. This functionality provides the ability to make your website even more dynamic. In order to use conditionals, we'll be using the comparison and logical operators, which we covered in a previous section of the class. We commonly use these operators within conditional statements along with Boolean concepts like true and false. We'll also be talking about loops in this section of the course. Loops allow you to repeat an action for a specified number of iterations. Loops can save you programming time and help you to get the most functionality out of arrays, which we'll be covering in an upcoming section of the class. Here's an example of the form that we're going to be working on. Now, when I click send it, and I haven't filled anything out, I'm going to get a page that's going to show me customized error messages. So this is different from the HTML5 required field that would just flag a field and let the user know that they need to fill it out. Here, we're actually finding out if they filled something out and then giving them specified feedback. If I was to fill out the form correctly, but let's say that my passwords did not match, and maybe I didn't hit the I agree. When I click send it, it's going to let me know that the two passwords don't match and I also need to accept the terms. I'll go back and I'll go ahead and make sure that the passwords match. And now when I click send it, it's going to give me the successful results. And we're going to be performing some calculations based on what the user entered into the field. And we're going to give them some additional feedback based on the select menu. So these are all things that we'll be covering in this chapter of the course.